and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good afternoon. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. This is the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket. Theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary are with you today. Hello, Rico.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
It's great. Really hungry.
Yeah, you didn't bring lunch today.
I did not, but it's fine. I'll be fine.
You got like 2 hours left. You'll be
We're
fine.
gonna get some. I'm gonna get some local chicken establishment food.
Chick-fil-A.
After. Come on,
It is.
Some local chicken establishment
No,
food.
no free shout-outs.
Not local, I guess. National chain.
Yeah.
Chicken establishment food after my shift is over here. Head home, eat that with the family, and then come back here and do a post game with me.
Yes. Yeah, we get to do the women's basketball postgame show
Yeah, we
tonight.
do.
Husker women's basketball plays Penn State, 7 p.m. tonight. I saw they were doing something for the students where the first 200 students get a crew neck.
I kind of want one, but I'm not.
They are pretty cool, actually.
If anybody here is listening and is a student, can you get me a crew neck, please and thank you?
So
I would appreciate you very much.
it's like the first 200 students get a black crew neck sweatshirt that says Nebraska women's basketball on it. It has like a corn thing, I believe.
Corn.
It's actually really cool, and I am bummed that I cannot get it.
You can.
Yeah, it would be weird though. I feel
Why? Why would that be weird? You're a student,
but I'm not
at the
there as a
university.
student.
but you could, do you get in for free as a student, or do you have to pay?
Yes, for the women's basketball, you get in free.
Just go as the student and then just go sit in the media section with your media pass.
Maybe.
There are zero problems with this.
Maybe. I think the kicker with
It's
the
not like they're-
sweatshirts
it's
is
not
you
like
had
they're
to be at
waiting for you to-
halftime. I think the kickers, the sweatshirts thing is at halftime.
It's not like they're checking in every media member and there's 15 media members here today.
There's not. No.
They're not. There's not like a check-in. It's not attendance. It's not an attendance sheet.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know.
As long
Maybe
as
I'll
you
maybe figure out a
As
way.
long
to
as you
get
still do your job, tweet about it, cover it.
maybe there's a way I'll do a
It'll
crew
be all
neck.
right. You should get two.
Excited.
Get me one.
I will not be able to
Get me one.
I could talk to the marketing people.
Yeah, get me one, please. Please and thank you.
I'll try. Rico.
And then we can wear it during the post game.
Not together. We can't.
Why not? You don't want to match?
No.
You don't want to be matchy-matchy?
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
402-464-5685. The Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those are open for you guys the entire show, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You can take part in the show that way if you wish. It's Thursday. We'll give away a Beatrice Bakery care basket today. So if you have anybody that you want to nominate, head over to theticketfm.com and submit your nomination that way, and we will get them a care basket this afternoon. A lot of exciting things happened this morning. It was actually announced and written about this morning from Chris Dunker of the Lincoln Journal-Star that the Board of Regents, are you excited or something? That the Board of Regents at the University of Nebraska will consider allowing the sale of alcohol at Husker games, according to an agenda that they just published.
I love considering.
He continues by saying there's no timetable for when beer might be widely available at Husker events, but Regents are also expected to approve beer sales at next month's Big Ten Wrestling Championships at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Yes!
So, do we want to have this conversation? Yes, we do.
Are we going to? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. 402-464-5685. Get your alcohol takes out now. Let's hear
Alcohol
them.
and Huskers. Let's go.
Why should they be allowed to sell alcohol? Why shouldn't they? Let's debate this. Let's talk about it right now. So here's what I'll say, just opening thoughts. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Here's the thing. It works out well because Pinnacle Bank Arena is already, obviously has the ability to provide that with the concerts that happen there. Go ahead.
Okay. So I know we're going to go through this whole thing, but why is the Board of Regents
For Big
trying
Ten?
to figure out if they're going to sell alcohol at the Big Ten championships at Pinnacle Bank Arena, when Pinnacle Bank Arena is not on campus, it is not owned by the university, and this is not a Huskers event. I know they're hosting it, but it is not a Nebraska event. So shouldn't it be up to the owners of the building and the Big Ten Conference whether alcohol is sold, and not the University of Nebraska Board of Regents?
That's an interesting way to think about it. However, I feel like since it includes Nebraska, that's where it kind of crosses that line.
The Big
Because Nebraska's renting the space, basically.
Well, the Big Ten tournament,
the Big Ten is
the Big Ten
renting the
tournament
space.
at MSG or any place like that, involves some of the universities, and it still sells alcohol. Any other tournaments, outside of Nebraska, they sell alcohol because it's not the university's territory, I guess. Like, it's not on the campus.
It's not on campus.
It is not their building.
So it's not. You don't have to worry about the whole Nebraska being a dry campus.
Just like
that's
Haymarket
basically-
Park. Like, it's not theirs.
Yep.
The Salt Dogs sell alcohol.
Well, and that's what I was going to kind of.
PBA sells alcohol during
concerts
and whatever else they have when it's not Husker related, because it's not Nebraska's building. I guess I don't know. Maybe there is something in there that with Nebraska being the host of the Big Ten tournament, that the Board of Regents needs to be involved and what have you for the alcohol sales.
Tiny
But
Pig,
I guess I don't know. I just thought of that right now.
Tiny Pig says on the text line, it's 2022. Get with the times. It's beer 30. On a serious note, sounds like a good way to generate revenue. Darren says this, but University of Nebraska is the host. I think that's the whole. I think it crosses over when Nebraska basically rents it.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if that is the reason.
But okay, so let's kind of think about what this could mean for Huskers and alcohol sales down the road. So what I've kind of always been on that boat of, let's try it at Husker basketball games and let's try it at Husker baseball games. Why? Because the places that they have, those two places, PBA and Haymarket or Hawksfield, whatever you want to call it, they have the ability already with the taps to make it an easy transition, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could test it out. Now with this Big Ten Wrestling Championship happening, it gives them an opportunity to try it out at a bigger event like a Big Ten tournament to see how it would handle. Plus, here's one thing, one of the challenging things in terms of Memorial Stadium, you'd have to install the taps. Like you said, if you were at the Garth Brooks concert, you kind of understood how difficult it was to get beer because
they just went by the cans,
ran
right?
out. Yeah, I believe they went by cans, and I think they ran out.
Did they have kegs that they tapped into?
No,
it was just cans
because it was the 24-ounce beers, I believe. Because that was the whole thing with Jake.
Yeah. He had 24, however many 24 ounce beers.
24-ounce
yeah,
beers.
he felt fine.
And he felt fine.
He was fine. It was fine.
So I think this is really interesting to see. Short term, it would be understandable if they don't have the taps in by this football season.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be one thing. Now, with Husker baseball, I think that could be something where they look at, if everything goes well, they'll have to revisit it, obviously, after the Big Ten tournament of wrestling, I should say.
Yes.
So they'll have to revisit this idea, but it'll be something to watch for Husker baseball season, since they already have the taps, or if they decide to slowly implement it into the Huskers baseball games. And by what I mean by that is, if they decide to designate the Pepsi porch as your alcoholic section in right field.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about that with football as well. I mean, I believe Utah has it, where they have the south side or the north side, one end of the stadium is designated as the drinking zone.
If you want to drink, you're here.
And so that's been something that we've talked about as we go through with alcohol at Memorial Stadium is, all right, do they want to designate an area with it? Does they want to make South Stadium? And you can talk all about the students, being able to purchase alcohol and everything. And you'd expect drinks to be, $8, $9, $10 a pop. At the end of the day, students, they're going to continue to smuggle in fireball shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate to say it.
It's going to
happen. At the end of the day,
regardless.
they're going to do it. However, I think it would it's going to change the way that it's going to save guys and girls, people, adults from chugging beers right before they enter the stadium.
Yeah, that's the reason
it's going to limit that.
People complain about people being drunk at Husker, football events, despite there not being alcohol sales. It's because, you're tailgating, and while you're tailgating, you're having fun. You lose track of time. All of a sudden, hey, it's time to get to the stadium. You down the beer, the new beer that you just opened. You down it really quick, or you were taking shots before the game, everything. So those don't hit you until a little bit later. So as soon as those hit you, you're at the game. Guess what? You're out in the heat. You're drinking a Pepsi or whatever, and you're trying to eat a pizza because this is going to hit you. It hits you. All of a sudden, you're down for the count. You're throwing up. You're passing out in the heat, and people are like, you see, this is what would happen if we sold beer at the stadium. No, that's not what would happen, because people would realize, I can buy beer at the stadium. I'm not going to slam 15 beers before I get in there. I'm going to drink 2, 3, whatever. Go to the stadium, get 1 or 2 there. Be good to go. It's like I don't understand the whole they're going to test it out. I get it and I appreciate it, but the we're going to test it out at the Big Ten tournament. We're going to test it out at baseball or whatever, because you've already had those tests, or you could kind of call them tests. You had the Garth Brooks concert in Memorial Stadium. You saw how people were with their beer. It wasn't I wasn't there. I don't know how bad it was or how good it was, but people seemed to have a good time. It didn't get too messy, I hope. And then baseball, there's another baseball team, a semi-pro baseball team that plays there. People drink. Nobody throws beer on the field. Nobody gets wasted. And you have concerts at PBA, and you're able to clean the place up after people are drinking there. It's not like people aren't throwing beer or throwing drinks at the performers, whether it be comedy or a concert or, whatever they're doing there. So you've had these tests where you have people in these arenas, in these places where they're drinking, they're getting drunk or whatever, they're getting tipsy, and there hasn't been any major incidents. And I know what people are going to say, well, it's the Huskers, and it brings out the emotion or whatever. And it's like, well, if you're at this whatever that's going on in whatever venue, you care about it. You've got emotions tied to this. If you're at the Salt Dogs, maybe you don't care about it, but there are some people there that do really care about it. And I've been to a couple games. I haven't seen anybody get wasted and throw a beer at a pitcher.
I think one thing we have to remember is that the university, and more importantly, the Board of Regents here, has not looked at those games and at the concerts, and has not recognized those performances as tests. Like, you have to go through the test runs of being at a Nebraska event, at a sanctioned Husker. Like, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But from the Board of Regents, their pushback on that is going to say, well, we didn't sanction that as a Husker event. We didn't sanction that as, all right, we're going to watch the Sioux City or the Kansas City Monarchs play the Salt Dogs tonight, and we're going to sanction that as however that goes. That's going to be the test. That's going to be the run through to depend on whether or not we can sell beer at Nebraska baseball versus Minnesota. That's the only pushback they're going to have from that. If that makes sense. I think it is interesting because I am not against the slowly implementing more and more. I think that's a good way to do it, actually, rather than bombarding. Maybe that's
just all of a sudden saying, all right, everybody can do it.
Everything's free. And whether that's designating the Pepsi porch in outfield and right field to be your drinking zone. And that's the only concession, which it's going to be long lines, but that's the only concession that sells beer for Husker games, where at Salt Dogs games, every other concession sells it. If you want to slowly implement it that way, that's fine. Because the way I look at that is it's better than what it used to be.
With nothing.
There's still that option of, and here's another thing, and we get these on the text line. There's a lot of good stuff on the text line. I'll get to it as we go along. Let's see. Here's this. Shaken Not Stirred says, if baseball adds beer, I will sell my season Nebraska football tickets and get baseball season tickets. I'm sold. Angry Rams guy. People routinely attempt to consume enough alcohol to last them the entire game. You will have more responsible drinking if it's allowed in the stadium. Now, on that note, whether you allow alcohol or whether you don't, you're always going to have people that fall downstairs. You're always going to have people that puke in the middle of, in South Stadium underneath the bleach. Like, you're always going to have that. I remember the Nebraska Wyoming game a couple years ago, and I was sitting up in the high level, and it was like 117 field temperature up there, and people were yakking all over the place because of the heat and because they were excessively drinking before the game. Well, you're still going to have that. You're going to have those people that are irresponsible with it in the stadium. However, you're also going to have the ability to go in and just buy 1 or 2 drinks, and here we go. Darren says this: as much alcohol is flowing outside Memorial Stadium, does it need to be inside? Plus, does the university need the income?
It doesn't need to be inside, but
It's more-
some people would appreciate
Well-
if there was the option to get it inside. And as for the university needing the income, I mean, they're not going to say no to more money, because if they get more money, that would allow them to make more changes to arenas and help them build, more buildings and improve upon, Memorial Stadium or Hawks Field or what have you, the Devaney Sports Complex. So there's so many more things they would be able to do with more income.
Here's what I'll also say. You talk about fan experience, right? And we've had this discussion when we're talking about Husker football, that the stadium is traditional. It's older, right? You have that feel. The west side or the south side, I can't remember which side. It's hard to get around. There needs to be a concourse. Like concourse has, I brought up concourse.
You're a big concourse guy.
I like concourses.
Nick's a big concourse guy. If you want a concourse, you're going to have to tear down a lot.
You will. So that's probably not realistic. But you're saying, like, for fan experience, whether that's widening seats, and we know that was a big part of the survey. I took the survey. I was actually given the survey.
You get sent
And
the survey?
I did get sent the survey because I purchased student tickets once.
I also got sent the survey because I signed up for an account with the ticket office.
Yeah.
I also spelled my name wrong because I typed it really fast.
Nice work.
And I can't change it. So my name's just wrong with the ticket office. It's fine.
Oh, well. So either way, I mean, alcohol was present on that survey. Alcohol questions and curiosities were present on that survey. So that we know that's something that Trev Alberts, and we've also talked many times about how big Trev Alberts is on improving fan experience, whether it's a Nebraska volleyball, basketball, football, or baseball game. Like it's a big deal to him. He wants fans to enjoy coming to the games. And frankly, when Nebraska football is 3-9, you still need to find fans that are able to come into the stadium or find ways to get fans into the stadium.
If what's happening on the field isn't great, at least the stadium will keep you entertained.
So here's an interesting one. Mr. Unlimited. At least if beer is in stadium, you can maintain your buzz and not have a hangover by the third quarter. So yes, but also one thing that he kind of mentions by the third quarter makes me think about this. Shut down sales at the end of the third quarter. Shut down alcohol sales at the end of the third quarter. There are ways to mitigate this to where it's, once again, slowly being implemented, slowly being introduced to the fans to get them used to it. So that way, in 2023, 2024, when it's full-fledged, everything's available, it's not such a, let's do it right now. Let's get everything. Let's do it.
Me
Let's
and
try out
DP had
everything.
an idea to cut back on people excessively drinking. Maybe you get an app. The Nebraska, has an app that tracks how many beers you've bought. Like if you want to buy it,
That's
they don't
interesting.
take cash. They don't take your card. You have to sign up your card with this app or whatever. They scan it. You've had, this is your third beer. You can't get beer anymore. And that's the only way you can buy alcohol is with the app. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's a little overkill. But that would also be a way that you would be able to cut back on people, drinking 10 beers during a Nebraska football game.
Yeah. Bryce says this: not a fan of alcohol in the stadium if it nullifies the ability to leave at half and re-enter. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, maybe it would, because then you're having to, then that's, from a money perspective, potential money that Nebraska's losing. So that would be interesting. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you the entire show. Really good stuff here. Like I said, Bryce says this, that was on the survey. So that was part of the survey that they sent out as well. All right, let's head to the hotline. We got Jason on the phone line. Jason, how's your Thursday going, man?
Yeah, really good. Thanks, guys. It's interesting. I don't think we need alcohol in there. We'll probably get it in the next year or two.
Mm-hmm.
For basketball and football. Some basketball arenas, Nick, you can only drink in the arena before the college game until the game starts, and then no sales after that. It seems kind of silly, but it really puts a clamp on people getting overly drunk during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure if I ran a downtown bar or restaurant, guys, I wouldn't be thrilled about the stadium selling them. So I'm not one of the people who says we need it. I know it's probably coming, and I don't think it's the end of the world, but I do not want those Husker basketball games, especially, to turn into a drunk fest like Creighton basketball games.
Yeah.
You know, it's like people at Creighton basketball games are there just to get drunk for the most part. And there's plenty of people who don't, but there's just too much of that. So anyway, thanks, gentlemen.
Awesome. Appreciate the call, Jason. Well, what I think is interesting in terms of the whole downtown bars aspect, if you think about it, it might give folks a reason. Once again, you're now, this isn't me, and this probably isn't a lot of the people, but there are probably some people that would be more attracted to going to a Nebraska Fordham game or a Nebraska Buffalo game with the idea that, hey, let's spend the whole Saturday down there. We'll go to the game for a cheap price. We'll be able to have a couple of drinks in the stadium as well, and then we'll head over to Longwell's. We'll head over to Buffalo Wings and Rings. We'll head over. Well, that's not down there anymore.
Rip.
We'll head over down there to Laszlo's. We'll go to Mellow Mushroom. Like, there's a way, I suppose, in my eyes, that it could actually benefit places like the Rail Yard, especially at Nebraska basketball games. Like, think about when Nebraska men's basketball plays Creighton on a Wednesday night, or if, let's say, it falls on a Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. and Nebraska gets the win at home, and everybody's in a good mood, hanging out, and like there's ways that it might keep people downtown as well, because it'll draw them, once again, unfortunately, draw more interest in for them going to the game, especially if it's a game against, I don't know, Buffalo, Fordham, where tickets are $25 or $50, and it's not a $200 ticket like it is against Michigan.
Tickets are the price of 2 beers.
Yeah, I'm just throwing prices out there, obviously.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Or like
and also,
Nebraska's game against North Dakota this year.
Yeah, and also you could think of it in a way as people, you know, maybe they don't get there in time to go to the bars and then go to the game. So they go to the game, they have a couple drinks, Nebraska wins or Nebraska loses, and they're just like, hey, let's go, you know, we've already got a nice buzz going on or whatever. We've had a couple drinks. Let's just, you know, continue the party at one of the bars downtown. So, I mean, it could go both ways. Could be bad, could be good. I don't know.
And they also have those, one way to kind of combat if you're drinking too much, they have all those guys that ride around on bikes that you can pick up lifts from, and that helps out those guys. And I feel like there's a way that this can be spun in a good, positive direction. Now, with that being said, like everything that's implemented, you're going to have your negatives. You're going to have the people that abuse it and take too much advantage of it and things like that. But for the most part, you would hope that, once again, if they can figure out a way to slowly implement it, then it would work out in a positive manner, and it gets kind of everybody a little more excited to go to Husker sporting events, especially Husker football. But I really think that Husker baseball could benefit from this dramatically. All right, let's we're taking a little bit over break here. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation a little bit on the other side, touch on a couple other things within the NFL. We'll talk about that. Send in any comments, thoughts, anything you have on alcohol and more. We'll do all that next up on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
Did you know your air ducts can hold up to 17 pounds of dirt, dust, pet dander, and so much more? John Henry's is here to help make the air you breathe cleaner with a duct cleaning. If you've never had your ducts cleaned, now is the best time, especially if you have pets, someone in the home with allergies or asthma, or you've ever done a renovation. Find out more at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call or text today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill has 2 Lincoln locations that are great for any occasion. If you're downtown for a basketball game or a concert, stop by their newest spot at 10th and P. Don't forget to check out their social media pages to learn about any concerts on stage at Rosie's. If you want to avoid a busy downtown scene, head over to the original Rosie's just south of 14th and Highway 2 for a feeling of your local hometown bar. There's plenty of TVs at both places and great food and drink. What are you waiting for? Rosie Sports Bar and Grill at 10th and P and on South 14th Street.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations. Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you. Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Very cold conditions again here for our Thursday, but with the winds calming down and plenty of sunshine, it should feel a bit nicer. We only top out near 20 this afternoon. Northeast winds at around 10. Clear tonight and cold with a low down to around 5. We'll start to bounce back a little bit for our Friday with an afternoon high of 36. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back here, 402-464-5685. Nick and Rico with you Thursday. All right, so we get this off the text line. Both Rico and I kind of giggled a little bit. Chris says this: you got to ride your booze. I get so tired when I have to spend 3.5 hours with no drink. This would help bars, in my opinion. Keeps people ready to go after. I would agree. I would certainly agree.
Chris, it's just 3.5 hours. You'd be good.
Yeah. All right, Qdoba guy. What if they put a drink punch system on each ticket? Say you get 3 drinks, and every time you get one, they punch your ticket. Once you've hit your 3 punches, you're done. That'd be interesting.
That depends. Are we going back to the physical tickets?
That, and how do they pay for it? I guess you'd still pay for it and you just punch it.
Well, the thing is,
my bad. That's
you have your ticket. You also have whoever you're there with. If they're not drinking,
that's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. The app would be better. You got paid through the app. You get a little QR code that your card is attached to. You put it right there. They go beep, and it's like it pops up. It's like 2 drinks.
Not everybody wants to pay through the app, though.
Well, if you don't want to pay through the app, you don't want beer. That's it. It's just a small, not even an inconvenience. It's just a small thing you got to do for beer at a Husker event. You want beer, you get an app, you put your card, scan your QR code, you're good to go.
I just think I think an easy transition here the first time would be okay.
Yes.
I think an easy transition would be just Husker baseball. I think once again, Like they do it at the CWS. What if Nebraska baseball gets to the CWS this year? They about to sell beer there.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they will.
Because it's in Nebraska, which means Nebraska's the host.
Oh no. Somebody says, what about the people that throw the tickets on the ground? Or if I take my 2 kids with me to the game, does that mean I get 9 beers?
Yes and yes.
Yikes, man.
That's look with the ticket punch idea. That's the idea.
Yeah, but Qdoba guy didn't mean that. No,
I know.
his
Qdoba guy's mind was in a good place.
Yeah, he's in
but
a good place, bro.
People throw their tickets on the ground. You take your kids with you, getting sloshed. Although you wouldn't do
I'm
that
telling
because,
you, man, I got
but you
12
wouldn't do
tickets.
that.
I got 12 tickets, man.
Because you took your kids to the game. You can't drink 9 beers.
Good point, Rico.
You got to drive yourself and your kids home.
Call out the parenting.
So maybe you should be responsible and not drink 9 beers when you take your kids to a football game. Boom. You're welcome.
That's a good point, Jay. Rico, good job. Matt says this. I would like the app idea if cell service didn't suck so bad.
There is
no way my T-Mobile service is getting that app to pull up in the stadium. Yeah.
Sorry,
it's
sorry,
like
Matt. Get a better phone or no beer in
just get better service. That
is also something they need to fix.
Which in PBA it's the same way,
dude. It's just bad because you have one Wi-Fi network and everybody's connected to it.
It's not even just the Fan XP network. Like the press one is bad too.
Oh yeah,
the press one. I sit up there and I can't load up anything on my computer, and I'm like, there's 8 of us. There's 8 of us up there, maybe less.
It's not a lot. Why is this happening?
Why can I not load Twitter?
No, I get that.
It's unbelievable. So it's like a swirling world of no cell service. So that's a good point. Nice job, Matt. Shout out Matt. 402-464-5685. All right. Bryce says this. Can we talk about the new seating proposals from the survey? Yeah, that's interesting. So Nebraska, Trev Alberts, they announced that they are going to expand them immediately in the north and south end zone.
Immediately.
To at least 20 inches or more. So the average width right now is 18 inches. So you're about to get another inch on each side.
Beautiful.
20 inches or more. He says what we're going to have to do is we've got a lot of rows with 27 seats. We might reduce them to 24. Of course, that'll impact our capacity a little bit. We're going to lose some seats. So that's interesting. Yeah, sellout streak's alive. That's what that means.
I was going to say ticket prices go up.
I don't think they will.
You have less seats. It's more in demand.
Is it?
I mean, if they start winning.
Is Nebraska football tickets in demand?
If they start winning, yes. Also, still, yes. The sellout streak will live on because less seating.
Mm-hmm. All right, we get this off the text line. Went to the Ohio State a few years ago where they served alcohol. They seem to have no issue. Could buy 2 at a time and cut off sales at the start of the fourth quarter. Bingo. Pretty enjoyable, except the 69-3 score.
You didn't have to say the score.
That was the one Taylor Martinez, or no, was that the one Tommy Armstrong? And then he left.
Tommy got
and then
rocked.
He leave in an ambulance.
Yeah, they took him out on the Gator.
And yes, that's right. And then they
took him to the local hospital.
Came back. And it was like this triumphant return.
He was wearing his hoodie and he ran out the tunnel and everybody's like, yay! And then they looked at the score and they're like, this still sucks.
Still 45-0. Qdoba guy responds, make Husker games BYOB. Want to drink? Bring it your own damn self.
That is worse.
Yeah, you don't know what people mix.
Because, first off, the mixes. Secondly, if you're BYOB, people are going to bring glass bottles. Can't have that. People don't. This. And I'm not talking about throwing it on the field.
You can bring a cooler.
I'm talking about just the fact that people leave it wherever. You know, when people are trying to leave an aisle, they hit it, trip on it, it falls down a row, shatters, glass everywhere. Big problems.
Yeah. Think about all the bag checks that they'll have to do with that. Yikes.
If you thought getting into the stadium was rough before.
How is getting into the stadium? Is it bad? Genuine question. Text us in. Let us. How bad is it to get into the stadium? Because
Chris. No, Chris.
Chris says this.
No.
It's already BYOB, baby.
Lucas, people are already BYOB. Not hard to fill pockets with shooters. Stop it. You guys are supposed to be good people.
Yeah.
Don't sneak alcohol into the stadium.
I have this idea that the text line is just full of saints.
Just great people.
Just
all around.
People.
And you are just shattering it.
Yeah.
Chris and Lucas. Come on.
Lucas. Qdoba guy has it in his head already. Come on, man.
You guys are better than that.
No, serious question though. How is it difficult to get into the stadium? Like, does it take a long time?
If you don't have a bag, it's not
Well,
that
no,
hard
just
because
in
it's just
general.
it's just
Like,
ticket
do
scan.
they have? Like, I just didn't know.
No,
do
it's
they
just-
have enough gates? Like,
well, ticket scan, you go in. Well, I don't know if other people enjoy it. I like the fact that there's like certain gates you have to go to get into
Yeah.
wherever you're going, because that limits a long line at like one gate.
unnamed texter says
Granted,
this.
some of the lines are long regardless.
Unnamed texter says this. I'm just saying I see more fireball shooters in Memorial Stadium than I do out of it. I feel like a big part of that's the students.
Yeah. Why is Fireball so popular in Memorial Stadium? You know what?
Don't know, man.
That could be they start selling alcohol. Boom, Fireball sponsor.
Fireball is the
Welcome to the
most.
Fireball Red Zone.
There you go, Rico. The Fireball porch at Haymarket.
There you go.
I seriously think they need to do something with the Pepsi porch.
I hate it though because I hate Fireball.
They need to do something in the Pepsi porch because not enough people sit out there, and I'll go sit out there, and I'm like, this is actually not a bad spot to watch the game.
Is it just Pepsi?
Well, no, it's just the name of the porch.
Well, then the porch is lying.
But there's a nice little pop-up concession stand out there,
Mhm.
and it's right below the scoreboard, and you're sitting there, and you're sitting out by right field, and you're just watching the game from right field.
It's just a
like it's not
beautiful
bad.
view.
Yeah, it's not a bad place to spend a 75-degree day that we're gonna have hopefully soon because Unadilla Billy or whatever his name is didn't see a shadow.
Nope. Groundhogs are stupid, and Groundhog Day is stupid.
All right, let's get back to this. Keto guy goes, don't blame us for your naivety.
Naivety.
Thank you.
Naivety. That's a hard word.
Naivety. I almost said that. All of us are garbage people. Ooh, Qdoba guy coming at other people on the text line.
Dang.
Um,
Y'all gonna take that from Qdoba guy? Called all of you garbage.
yeah, all of you garbage. Text fight. I thought about doing the tip jar today, but we'll have to do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow. It's a Friday
It
thing.
needs tomorrow. Remember, folks, it decides if it dies or not.
If you
tomorrow.
don't participate in the tip jar tomorrow, it dies, and I'm mad at all of you.
yeah, there's a chance that tip jar dies tomorrow.
I will be extremely upset.
Eric says this, what the hell are you thinking, Nick? I'm 35 and I've drank at every football game I've been to. Students? Psh.
Damn it, Eric.
Come on, Eric.
Stop it.
We're going to...
Eric, you are a saint. How dare you?
Here's the deal, is we're about to see one of these guys at a football game where we're just going to be like, you been drinking?
I'm going to look at him and be like, Eric, how dare
I remember that text you sent in.
I know you, Eric. I'm going to look at you with the most disappointed face. And you're gonna feel sad. You're gonna be like, man, Rico's disappointed in me.
Yeah, you're gonna remember.
And you're gonna be sad.
Why?
And you know what? You deserve it. How dare you?
Qdoba says, you don't want to fight me. My pockets are obviously full of glass shooters all the time. Let's keep them coming.
Hey, you guys are the worst.
Keep them coming. Okay, here's a somewhat serious question. All right, so let's talk about this.
Okay.
Are Nebraskans that incapable of handling our alcohol compared to the rest of the country that we are only ones who can't be trusted? Ooh. Almost every sporting event serves alcohol. I think this would actually help curb the binge drinking before the game, where people slam a bunch of alcohol knowing they can't drink in the stadium and end up overdoing it. Bingo.
I mean, that's what we've been saying is if
That's
you
text of the
sell
day.
it, yeah, if
That's the T-Mobile text of the day.
Stop.
Jake,
No,
potential
there's
sale?
there's no T-Mobile text of the day. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a Verizon text of the day.
No, that's kind of what we've been saying is if you're selling alcohol in the stadium, it's going to allow people to, well, not allow, but it's going to have people rethinking, downing an entire 12-pack by themselves because, oh, I can go into the game and get a couple beers and I'll be good to go. Obviously people are still going to drink before the game, but it might help, cut back on people slamming fireball shooters and beer and whatever other shots that they have in their systems before games now.
We have to drink to watch our team, says an unnamed texter.
Dang, bro. Not if you go to women's basketball.
I was going to say, not if you go to women's basketball. They play 7 p.m. tonight, Penn State. First 200 students, if there's students listening, get a free sweatshirt. So head over there.
And give it to me.
They're actually wearing some really sweet uniforms.
Oh, they're getting different ones?
They are wearing the Black Excellent uniforms. Black Excellence uniforms, which will be worn by Husker Hoops and Husker Women's Basketball to symbolize overcoming struggle and representing hope for a better and brighter tomorrow.
Ooh, let's
Rico,
go.
look at these.
Let me see. Show them to me. I ain't seen them.
They got like blue and red on the side.
Ooh,
I
those
know.
are beautiful.
Those are, and our friend Michael is rocking them too.
I'm gonna ask Michael
So-
if I can have her jersey after
So,
because I like that jersey. I'm not gonna get it, obviously.
Yeah. So Lucas says this: Wisconsin is number 1 in the country for binge drinking. If they can do it, we can do it. In parentheses, better.
Lucas,
Eric says, Rico, I've been disappointing my people my whole life. You're no different.
Don't I mean more to you, Eric?
Don't
I mean more? I mean, you're listening to me
yeah.
on the radio right now. I'd like to think that I mean more than all the other people you've disappointed.
Ted says this. So Ted's responding to another texter who says, have to drink to watch our team. Ted says, to answer that last texter, yes, for the past 15 years, we've had to drink to watch our team. Good. We're just kind of the moderators between a little text conversation.
Good,
you guys have at it. Let's take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll do Nick trivia. And we will get to the rest of your text line. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Eric, I know you're not on the stream right now. You're texting, and you might be on the stream. But Eric, I need you to know something. I care about you. All right? Don't disappoint me.
Send us to break. Get us out of here.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Very cold conditions again here for our Thursday, but with the winds calming down and plenty of sunshine, it should feel a bit nicer. We only top out near 20 this afternoon. Northeast winds at around 10. Clear tonight and cold with a low down to around 5. We'll start to bounce back a little bit for our Friday with an afternoon high of 36. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Southeast Community College is training tomorrow's workforce today with our nearly 60 career and technical programs. We are doing our part to help employers fill vacancies during this current labor shortage, graduating students with skill sets employers are seeking. We're also helping to upskill the workforce by adding short-term credentials like certificates in many programs so that employees can get retraining quickly. Learn more about upskilling with SCC at southeast.edu/academics. SCC, your path to possible.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season, enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
Today on Hey Culligan, why does your team stink? Here's Coach Waters.
Hey Culligan, yeah, my team stinks.
Ooh, harsh.
No, I mean they stink. They won't hit the showers because it makes their skin all dry and itchy.
Coach, it sounds like your guys have been hit hard by hard water.
You kidding me? Hard water?
Yep, so let's call an audible in the form of 1 Culligan Smart High Efficiency Water Softener to get the smooth back in their skin and the stink out of your team.
Okay, Culligan, I'm putting you in.
Coach, we're already on the way. Go to CulliganLincoln.com and schedule your free water test today.
Did you know your air ducts can hold up to 17 pounds of dirt, dust, pet dander, and so much more? John Henry's is here to help make the air you breathe cleaner with a duct cleaning. If you've never had your ducts cleaned, now is the best time, especially if you have pets, someone in the home with allergies or asthma, or you've ever done a renovation. Find out more at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call or text today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. In basketball over the weekend, Omaha North took down Lincoln Southeast 47-46. Wade Boss led Lincoln Southeast with 15 points in the loss. Lincoln High won over Omaha Benson 51-45. Lincoln Pius X won over Omaha Burke in a shootout 87-71. Brady Christensen for Pius led all scores with 29. Elkhorn South beat Lincoln Northeast 69-62. Omaha Central got a win over Lincoln Southwest 57-51. Lincoln East dominated in a win over Millard West 64-39. The Spartans are currently on a 4-game win streak, but will face Lincoln Pius X in their next game. And Parkview Christian won over Omaha Christian 56-39. In bowling, the Lincoln Pius boys won the A3 district title. They will play in the state tournament on Monday at Sun Valley Lanes. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Go ahead, Nick.
All right, back here on the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. It's time for Nick's Trivia. Call now, 402-464-5685 to win $15 to the Upside Bar and Lounge. Today's question. Nebraska had a guy on the field who was decked out in dreads and really cool sunglasses this football season.
They weren't dreads, they were just braids.
Thank you, braids. Thank you. Sorry. His name is Marcus Castro Walker. I need to know where he's at now. He left Nebraska to take a new job. I need to know what school he left to take the new job.
Do you want to also tie this into the Super Bowl squares?
Sure. Why not? I forgot we had to do that. Yep. That works. So you can call now, 402-464-5685. Where did Marcus Castro Walker leave Nebraska to go to?
Where is he? Where is Scott Frost get back guy?
Yes.
Whoa. People are interested in this question.
We have Randy on the hotline. Randy, how's your Thursday going, man?
Going good. How's yours?
Not too shabby. All right, Randy, where did Marcus Castro Walker leave Nebraska to?
Florida.
That is correct. Randy, congratulations. You win $15 to the Upside Bar and Lounge.
Thank you, Randy. And Andrew. First one on the text line.
All right, nice work.
So Randy not only gets
No. Andrew gets $15 to Upside Bar and Lounge. Andrew and Bryce get our 2 Super Bowl squares.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
That works. All right, perfect. We are good to go. Appreciate you playing, Randy. All right, Rico. So I came across this tweet from Nick Saban. Well, it wasn't from Nick Saban. It was about Nick Saban.
Nick Saban doesn't tweet. What he's
talking about Brian Kelly. And in his signing day conference, Nick Saban was asked if he's seen the Brian Kelly dancing videos. So, little backstory, Brian Kelly dances with his recruits. One of the guys that he just danced with just recently in the video came out. He committed to Alabama instead of LSU. And so Nick Saban was asked, do you pay attention to Brian Kelly's dancing videos?
Yeah, well, I have not seen the video, but I like to dance too. So I like the line dance, do the Cupid shuffle or whatever they call it, and all that stuff. And I usually do it in the house, at our recruiting parties on Saturday night. Some of it ends up on YouTube, but everybody's got their way to do what they do, whether it's in recruiting or how they run their program. And there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat. And, it's not for me to judge, anybody in terms of what they do. So
Nick Saban, big line dance guy.
Nick Saban 100% just wanted to flame Brian Kelly. He 100% just wanted to go off on Brian Kelly, but he held back because he's a good person.
Has Nick Saban seen the videos of Brian Kelly dancing?
Yes.
It has to be.
He's seen at least one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first one was a lot worse than the second one also.
No,
Brian Kelly was
no,
backing down here.
No, the second one was worse. He was all up on him. He was way too close to the recruit, and he was doing like, you know how you try to, do this thing, and he was like, he had his fingers closed, and it was like the slow motion. He was like,
I will say this: there was a lot of comparisons made to Brian Kelly and Urban Meyer. I don't know if you saw any of those memes with the second one with him being so close to the backside
okay.
of
Nope.
the
You don't
recruit.
have to go any further. Yep. No, I get that.
With Urban Meyer.
Goodness gracious. You guys are wild.
It was pretty fun.
The internet is
okay.
undefeated.
Let's hit on a couple things before we get out of here. Husker baseball is ranked, just came out at 2 p.m. today.
20th?
The 2022 National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association has Nebraska ranked 25th overall.
So what is the actual what ranking
that.
service do we go through? Is that the one?
I think it's the Collegiate Baseball Writers.
Because they were ranked 20th in the one earlier.
Yeah, that was Baseball America, I believe.
Do people use that one more? Like which?
No, I
which
believe-
is the legit one since the NCAA refuses to acknowledge everybody?
I think they use the Collegiate Baseball Writers Association.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's the
Shout out
third.
to Nebraska
It's the
baseball.
third poll that the Huskers are ranked inside the top 25, joining Baseball America at number 20 and Perfect Game at number 22. The season starts in 15 days, February 18th through the 20th at Sam Houston.
So, super regionals, 2 teams, 8 teams make it to the College World Series. So there's 16 teams in super regionals. Nebraska was in a super regional.
No, they were not. They were in a regional.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
So, yep. So there's 8 people.
Oh, yeah,
Six
'cause
the top
yep.
16 seeds. So 64 make it, obviously, right?
Yes.
Then there's 16 seeds, or the top 16 host a
Mhm.
regional.
And then
8
top
host
8 go.
the supers. And so Nebraska, if they can,
So they're actually doing better than I thought.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they were in a super regional, and it's just Arkansas and all that. So I was like, yeah, of course they have to be in the top 25, right? But no, okay, they're bucking the trend.
Yep.
They were only a regional. I mean, the regional final against the number 1 team in the nation last year, who ended up not even making the
Nope, they lost in the
College World
supers.
Series. So
Who did they lose to in the supers?
I don't remember.
NC State.
Yes,
That's right. Yep.
Because that's when everybody adopted NC State as the darling,
Yeah.
and then they made it to Omaha, and then they had the COVID issues.
That's right, Rico. Man, there's no
It
better
seems so
time.
long ago.
I don't think there's a better time, maybe March Madness, than regional baseball. Regional. Because regional baseball, I mean, you got your games at like 11
Mhm.
between, I don't know, Kennesaw State and LSU, and it's like at 11 a.m. And if Kennesaw State somehow pulls the win, it's like, all right, LSU's 1 game away from losing and being out.
and just being done.
And that's how we got Stony Brook that one year. Stony Brook was in LSU's regional.
True.
Then went to the College World Series as well. Coastal Carolina was fun to watch that one year where the College World Series final game got rained out the night before, and so the final was at like 11 a.m. or whatever.
Nah,
So-
man. I think College World Series is more fun than
regional?
just because. But it's only that way if you have a team that people didn't think would be there, because then everybody who their teams aren't there, or just the people from Nebraska, just adopt that team.
That's a good point.
And it's my favorite.
But if Nebraska does make it,
it's going to be disgustingly red.
It's awesome. Can't wait for Husker baseball. We'll talk about it more. I think Griffin Everett will join us one of these days. I just got to text him, so we'll figure it out. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Adios.
I don't know about you guys, but I have